me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the bay, the game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean a banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off for MetLife. Jackson now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Look out. Plowing up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll run here on 1st down. Cuts right. Look at that work, churning those legs, driving across the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
What's that?
Another carry for him. And he's in for the touchdown. The Giants take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's go. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll throw it. Finds a man, right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back now, pressure on its way. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So second down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Flushed out now to his left. And that's a huge Huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
H.N. will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. They're going play action. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Bass now to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Giants are set to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Takes this in at the 25. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. They're set up at the 35 now. Waddle now in motion right. They'll start the drive with H.N. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Miami! I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First down throw for Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at second and pretty short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down this. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down from the red zone. Caught by Theo Johnson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. Up and good from Blankenship. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Handoff running left, A-Chain. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. But partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing on 2nd and real long here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Here's a loft deep down the middle. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Giants are going to like where they start out for this drive. Finds Hyatt. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
What is that?
Allen setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
What's that?
Allen to throw. That's complete to Jackson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
What's that?
They'll go. Allen. That's cut beyond the marker. That'll be the 1st and more. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 2nd quarter lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. To throw it on 1st down. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Dropping back to throw. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Miami touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the 1st half of play.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Giants using their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 34. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Alert, alert, alert! Pass 85, pass 85! Go!
Now Allen. Forced out to his right. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
What's that?
Back to the air, Allen. Hits him on the out route. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air again, Allen. Connects with Johnson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Harrison Butler set to kick off.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Man in motion out of the slot. On first down, they're going to start out with Ggml. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And they'll down this one a little shy of the 40.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 44.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. He's off to the races. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Setting up a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action on first. Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Working inside the red zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a third-quarter lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Bass now to kick this away. Starting at the 10. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Motioning the tight end left. Allen now on first down. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Now, I know that's That's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. H.N., a 1st down carry. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone now. Finds his man, Waddle. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd down carry for H.N. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. H.N. does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Working quickly here. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-backs.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dolphins take a 3rd quarter lead. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Bass now to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Finds his man over the middle. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Regular. What's that?
1st and 10. Here's Allen. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. They give it to him again. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the... Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
What's that?
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. The Giants using their 1st time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm the only one thinking about that earlier missed kick as that one sailed through the uprights. Now it's incumbent upon this team to find yet another way to score.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Waddle now in motion right. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
19, right here. Left wing, 19.
Looking for a throw here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throw on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He's trying to push the field. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Miami. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Bass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, home. What's that?
Allen. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, home. What's that?
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. An 8-yard pickup on the play. They at least headed the right way, but it's 3rd and 13.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He finds Neighbors right side. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Look out!
Throwing here, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to...
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense comes through. Fourth down, that much tougher.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now, an offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
Five wide.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. A-Chain on the inside give. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll stick with A-Chain. He still has room inside the 30. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. The defense calling time here, 2:08 on the clock. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. A-Chain again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a 2-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been a death knell. But the miss, you just see it breathe some new life into the opposing sideline.
Half. Look out!
Back to throw. Chased out to his right. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Dolphins got it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel-down, partner, and this should do it.
Let go!